Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mark Clemens Postcards. Hope you have had a good week. We have had a good week here. So we finally broke $1,000 after the first time in a while, and we're pretty happy about that. Ellie and Lucy are working here behind me. Hey, guys, what do you think about that last week's sales? Yeah, exactly. It's about time. But anyway, I have to apologize to everybody. This video is a day late. This is Monday, and I normally put my video together and publish it on Sundays. But yesterday, just as I was getting ready to start recording the video, the electricity went out here, and we were down for a couple hours. Not sure what happened. There was it was rainy and a little bit stormy yesterday. Don't know if that had something to do with it or if there was an accident. But anyway, by the time the power came back on, I decided it was too late to get into this. So I'm going to do it today. So again, my apologies for being a day late. But hey, let's get started looking at what happened this week. As we look at the sales, we can see we had $1,169.62 in sales. That makes us real happy here. We sold a total of 106 items, and we had an average sale price of $11.03 per item. So that was pretty good. If we move down here a little bit, you can see we had some pretty good days. We had a $100 day on last Sunday. We had a $132 day on Monday. We dropped down to $60 on Tuesday. But Wednesday, we were back up to $142. Thursday, we hit $255. And thinking I couldn't get any better, Friday, we hit $403. And Saturday, we came back a little bit down to earth at $74. But all in all, a great week for us. Let's take a look at what made up those numbers. Our first item here, we had a buyer who bought 4 of these religious themed cards. These are sets of cards based on the Lord's Prayer. And in this case, she bought the same part of the prayer, and as it appeared in different series, different sets. This is the first one. It was listed at $4.95. I took her offer of $4. You can see it is a divided back era card, and it's embossed. Very nice looking, well done card. The second one, again, hallowed be thy name from the Lord's Prayer, but a different scene. Here we have a young girl singing in what I would guess would be church here. Again, a divided back card made in Germany, and it's embossed. The third one was a little different. This is from the second commandment. So it was a series of 10 commandments, this being number 2. Don't take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. And the last one she purchased, again, with the hallowed be thy name line from the Lord's Prayer, but again, different series, and you can see a different scene that they put here. Again, divided back, it's unused, embossed. So this buyer bought a total of 4 cards at $4 a piece for a total of $16. Next up, we have a military themed card. This is the U.S. Naval Air Training Center in Pensacola, Florida. It is a multi-view card. You can see a lot going on here, but lots of airplanes featured, some on the ground, but a lot in the sky here, flying in different formations. This is a Lenin era card, and it was posted in 1947. That card was listed at $5.95. So I took an offer of $4.50. Next up, we have a view in Cortland, New York. This is the Cortland House, a hotel, I presume. Here you can see a busy scene. Got a trolley out front here. some people on the street. This is a white border card. It is unused. And this one was listed for $7.95. I took an offer of $6.50 on that. Next up, we have a patriotic theme card. This is I believe, like a Memorial Day card or a Veterans Day type card. This is also artist signed, Ellen Clapsaddle. You can see her signature down here. It is a divided back card posted in 1909. It is embossed. And that one was listed for $5.95. I took an offer of $4.50. In addition to myself sending out a lot of offers this week, last week I should say, I sent out about a total of 200 offers, and I'm going to talk about the response to that. I also got quite a few offers from buyers, and we were able to come in agreement on a lot of those, and some I'm going to show you and some I'm not, just in the interest of time. This next card is royalty themed. This is Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. It is a real photo postcard. It was posted in 1964. And this card came out of my buy of Marilyn Monroe postcards. There were also a pretty good stack of royalty themed cards in there. And I've listed a few of those, this being one of them. And that one sold for $5.95. Next up, we have a lot of cards. I have talked about these many in the past. I offer lots of cards for sale to resellers or scrapbookers or even collectors, whoever is interested. This is a lot of 100 assorted U.S. state town views. They're all unused cards, and it's just a general mix. Here we see a scene in, I don't know, it looks like maybe a Chinatown in some city. Here's a view in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, PA Railroad Station, Pikes Peak, gardens in Southern California. There's a view in Jacksonville, Florida. Another view in Ocala, Florida. Rochester, New York, picking and drying raisin grapes in California near Fresno. So you can see it's just a variety of cards, these all being unused. So I know that some people like to buy vintage postcards and actually use them and mail them. So that could be the case, or could be a collector seeing a good buy, or a reseller. I would say that it would be safe to value just about any one of these cards at least $4, so that if you chose to, there's some money to be made there. That lot sold for $19.95 and free shipping. Here's another lot, just similar to the last one. This is 100 assorted, again unused, but all Chrome era U.S. towns and views. Here we have a scene in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. That's the castle there. Not sure where that one was. There's a bridge, probably looks like Florida. There's a dam. There's a Capitol, I believe that's West Virginia. Restaurant view in Pittsburgh, PA. That's Jennerstown, Pennsylvania. There's Atlantic City, Greensburg, Pennsylvania. View on the Lincoln Highway, Shalesburg Cemetery, and so on. Some hotels, beach scenes, Chicago. So again, like the previous lot, it's a nice mix. Also sold for $19.95 with free shipping. Here's a nice looking card. This is Hotel Morgan in Morgantown, West Virginia. This is a Lindenera card. You can see it's unused. Nice clean cards. Listed at $4.95. Took an offer of $4. Here is a dinosaur. This is a view at the New York World's Fair in 1964 in the Sinclair Dino Land section. This is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. A Chrome era card, got a little bit of yellowing there on the back. And nonetheless, this card, the dinosaurs are popular. And this one sold for $8.95. Next up, we have a real photo. This is a view in Bedford, Iowa, a view of their courthouse. It was posted in 1938. And there's the view. This one sold for $12.95. Then we have a view in Westfield, New York. This is the Barcelona Lighthouse. And this is, again, a divided back card. We can see it is posted 1916. Again, this card I can see from the back was in an album. It has shadowing there from being in the album. You can see that at the corners and even in the center here. But it doesn't affect the front too much. Tiny bit of shadowing at the corners, but that card sold for $9.95. And we have another lot, a lot of 100. This is a lot of assorted eras, states, towns, and these ones are a mixture of postally used and unused. There's a view in the Old Southwest. There's a ski lift somewhere, a view in Hawaii, beach at night, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, City Hall in Los Angeles, and a fiesta in southern Arizona. So you get the idea. Again, a nice mixture of cards. Sold for $19.95 and free shipping. That is a really good buy. As I said, those cards are decent cards, all sellable at a pretty rock bottom price. You can make some money with a lot like that. Here's an unusual card, something maybe typically you would be inclined to throw in the junk box or the quarter box. This says, "Greetings from Imlertown, PA," and this writing is done like in glitter. But what makes this unusual, it is a small town, but it's also a fold-out card, as you can see. There's a message there, and it's folded, and I don't know if this tree or this scene actually is in Imlertown. I kind of doubt it, but at first glance, doesn't seem like much, but this card sold for $5.95. Then we have a laminated reproduction. I don't want to be over the head with this, but for people who haven't seen this before, I have a large collection of old postcards that have been copied from actual cards, and they have been enlarged in many cases and then laminated on both sides. This is one, so it's not an actual vintage postcard. It is a reproduction, but it is made from an actual vintage card. This one is in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. This is a view at St. Xavier's Academy. And there's the back. It's nice that when they made these, they didn't just do the front, they did the front and back. And as I said, I have quite a large collection of these. Not all are listed, but I hope to get them all up on there. This one sold for $5.95, and I see I have one more of this same view available. Then what do we got? Oh, this is a view in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Back in the day, this was posted in 1906. And you can see this is a view in around the steel mills. And this is an actual photograph. It's a real photo postcard. And that's a view most likely at night. But almost looks like we're entering into hell here. But that's what it used to look like at night in Pittsburgh a century or more ago. I do remember going to Pittsburgh Pirate baseball games at Forbes Field when I was a young kid. And when we would come around the bend to where the city became visible, it was just a giant black cloud hanging in the air. You could hardly see, you couldn't even see the tops of buildings from the cloud. And the smell of sulfur was in the air. And it was really quite a sight and an experience in those days. But since then, that has cleared up. It is nothing like that anymore. And but that's how industry used to be a long time ago. We don't see that much anymore. That industry has pretty much moved out of this country. But this card sold for $7.95. Here we have an artist drawing of a pretty little Indian maiden. I didn't see an artist's signature on here, so this is just like a copyright mark over here, and probably the publisher's initials. So I don't know who drew this. I would say divided back card, unused, but it's a nice piece of artwork, and this one sold for $9.95. Here is a comical card. This is people says our usual carefree vacation. Looks like Dad's got a hideous sunburn there, and Junior is dumping sand on somebody's face, and that's going to be a problem. But this is an advertisement for Duff's Rebel Restaurant in Winchester, Virginia. Chrome era card. You can see it's used on the back in 1965. It's actually a laugh-gram, and I don't know for sure if it's the laugh-gram that makes these cards desirable, or it's Duff's Restaurant, or what it is. But again, you wouldn't think this card to be a big seller. Maybe throw it in your cheapo box, but this one sold for $14.95. You might want to keep an eye out for those type of cards. Here is a view in Richmond, Virginia. This is Grove Avenue looking east. Here you see some old antique automobiles coming up the street. This is a white border card. It is unused. And this one was listed for $14.95. I took an offer of $12 on that one. Here's a view at Euclid Beach in Cleveland, Ohio. Euclid Beach is kind of an amusement or resort park. Lots of scenes out there from Euclid Beach. This is at the bathing beach. It is a white border card, unused. Nice scene there. And that one sold for $5.95. Here we have a view in Superior, Nebraska. This is Main Street, looking north from 3rd and Central Street. It's a wide kind of panoramic view there. You can see automobiles parked on either side of the street, and you got your storefronts and things. Some signage there can be read. I see clothing on that side, and can't quite read that one. Rexall drugstore over there. But anyway, this card was listed for $9.95, and I see up here this one was listed in 2016. So as I've mentioned before, I got some old cards in the store, but they do still sell. This one, someone made me an offer of $6, which I accepted. Here is a nice tranquil view in Marion, Ohio. This is Brightwood Lake looking south. Here you can see a roadway, a bridge going over here to the right. Not much going on, but it's a peaceful looking scene. It is a divided back card, unused. That one sold for $7.95. Here's a view in Waterford, PA. This is Main Street. Got lots of old cars parked there. And let's zoom in. Let's see what we got. We got Mary's Pizza, First National Bank, Seal Test Ice Cream. I saw a Coca-Cola sign here somewhere. Yes, way down here is the Coca-Cola sign. Sorry for the moving around there. A little hard to see, but it's instantly recognizable when you see those letters. So that one is a chrome era view. Got a little bit discoloration on the back there. Doesn't affect the front too much. And that one sold for $7.95. Here's another lot of cards. This one is a mixture of 500 random cards, states, towns, topics, some greetings, all assorted. So no telling what you get in there. This is just a sample view of the kind of cards that could be in there. And this lot I had up for, looks like almost about a year now. It was originally listed for $119.95, and it didn't sell. But then, as I said, this past week I put out a lot of offers, and this was among them. I dropped this down to $95, and it sold almost instantly. This I sold for $95 with free shipping. Here's a space-related card. This is the NASA Echo satellite atop a Thor Delta rocket at Cape Canaveral in Florida, which was now known as Cape Kennedy. I believe it still goes by that name. This is a Chromera card, as you can see, unused, but just a view of that rocket on the launch pad, and that sold for $5.95. Next up, look, it's another lot. This is a view of 50 random unused Chrome cards, and you can see usually what's pictured here will be in the lot, but I can't always guarantee that due to what's available at the time. But here's a view in Beaver, PA. There's a building. This is Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. Some steel mills. A view in Greensburg. This, I believe, is Butler, Pennsylvania. A view in East Liberty, PA. There's a bridge. Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania, Greensburg. So a lot of nice chrome views in that mix, all unused, so they are usable to be mailed and or sold. And that lot sold for $19.95 with free shipping. Here we have an international view. This is a view loading bananas in Turrialba, Costa Rica. You can see they are bringing bananas in on pack animals and on wagons and things, and they're loading them onto the train. It's a divided back card. It is unused, and that sold for $9.95. Here is a non-postcard item. This is a Rolling Rock beer patch. I bought a bunch of Rolling Rock memorabilia at an auction a couple years ago. This was among them. It is I had a stack of these. It is a embroidered patch like would be on someone who worked at Rolling Rock, for Rolling Rock, on their uniform or their jacket. This is a nice embroidered patch. It measures like 9 inches wide by 4 inches. I got one right here. I will show you what it looks like. It's a nice patch. I had a whole stack of these, but I am down to just my last remaining few. And this one sold for $5.95. Here we have another lot of cards. I'm pretty big on those, as you can see. This one is a lot of holiday and greeting cards. This also includes romance and humor, just an assortment of obviously non-views and cities, but holidays and greetings. Here's a St. Patrick's Day card. There's a good luck with a horseshoe. There's, says Aunt Mary's Joyride, some people in an antique auto. There's one for your birthday. There's some dogs on a raft. There's some swans pulling a little boat. What else we got? With love, a romance type card there. There's a pretty birthday greeting, another birthday greeting. Another birthday. There's an Easter type card. So again, a pretty good assortment of different types of cards, all sellable, of course. This I had up for auction at its starting bid of $9.95, and it just received one bid. I was a little surprised. I would do a little bit better than that, but that's okay. And as I say, sold for $9.95 plus shipping. Here's again something that is not a postcard. This is a tobacco felt. If you are familiar with those used to be something that would come when you bought tobacco. Some of them are very small that would actually fit like in a tobacco tin or in a little package of tobacco. This one is a little larger. This one measures 8.5 by 5.5. It is made from felt. I picked up these many, many years ago at an auction. I have a whole box of these. It's getting down there, but I still have quite a few of them. And they sell occasionally. This one sold for $5.95. Here we're back to postcards. This is a view in Martinsburg, West Virginia. This is the Security Limestone and Cement Company quarry. And you can see they're busy at work there in the quarry. This is a divided back card. It was used in 1918. That was originally listed for $9.95 in 2017. And I took an offer of $8 on that. So don't give up on older cards. They can sell. They will sell. Here's a view in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire. This is a view listening to the band. We have a band up here on the stage. And you can see the people gathered on the beach listening to the music. It is a Lennon era card. It was posted in 1953. That's before I was born. And that one sold for $4.95. And talking about lots of cards, this is a great lot of cards. Probably my best sale of the past week. This is a lot of 650 plus, and I do mean plus. There's a few more than 650. I counted every one of them. These are vintage real photo postcards of places and people and children and babies and things and a lot of unknown locations. Great views. Like this is a really cool view of this horse and wagon, but have no idea where that is. Here's a woman and a baby. We have some men here. It looks like they're doing some type of form work, probably building a bridge, it looks like to me. But again, it's a nice occupational card, but don't know where that is. Here's a school class, MHS, so something high school, 1911, but it's your guess as good as mine as to where that is. Here is an MP church, again, looks like 1911, but that's an unknown location to me. Here's a group of men on a step. Here's a nice street view looking down some street. Here's some ships at a pier. Some people in an old antique automobile. There's a group of a woman and a couple children. And a view down a country lane. So there's some really interesting cars in here. It's just, unfortunately, I can't identify them. I have tried using like Google Lens to identify some of these and just came up empty. So I decided to just lot them all out. And this lot started at, it was an auction, started at $149.95. It received 17 bids and ended at $267. And if you multiply that by the number of cards, that's those are pretty inexpensive cards. And if you can sell just a handful of them and get your money back, and that also with postage, so that was $267 plus postage. So that was my, as I said, best sale of the week. Here we are back to an artist card. This is a pretty woman rowing a boat. And if you look down here, you can see the artist signature, but I can't quite make it out. It looks like Frank something, but I don't know what it is. 1911, I think. It is a divided back card. It has writing on the back, but it was not posted. At least it doesn't appear to have been. And that card I had listed for $14.95. I took an offer of $12.50. What's up next? This is a results of a tornado near Syracuse, New York. I had several different cards picturing scenes from this particular tornado. This one was listed in 2016, so you can see a lot of examples of older cards still selling. And there's some people inspecting, sadly, what's probably the remains of their house. And as I said, this was dated, the tornado was in 1912. The card is unposted. That one sold for $4.95. This is a cool card. I really like this when I saw it. I snapped it up. This is a view of the World Trade Center Twin Towers here. That, of course, are no longer in existence. But this was before that. And here we see King Kong hugging one of the towers and saying, "I love New York." So I hope he doesn't squeeze too hard. But this is a Continental era card. As you can see, it is unused. And I just thought that was pretty cool. Never seen that card before. That one sold for $9.95. And the person who bought it asked me if I had any more of this, and I had to tell them, no, sadly, I do not. This is the only one I've ever seen. Here is a view in Florida. This is called the Bigger Digger, and they are phosphate mining. So looks like kind of a dredge. You can see the bucket there dumping some material out. So they are scooping that from one place and dumping it somewhere else as they do their mining. It is a linen era card. It is postally unused, and it sold for $5.95. Hang in there. We're getting near the end. Here we have a view in Lexington, Kentucky. This is the Union Railroad Depot, a divided back era card. It was posted in 1908, as you can see here. And there's a view of the front. That one sold for $5.95. Here's a view in Memphis, Tennessee. This says approaching the wharf, and you can see several steamboats here at the wharf, and some buildings are skylined there in the background. It's a divided back card. It is unused. That sold for $5.95. And here is a view in Massachusetts. This is in Brookline, Massachusetts, at the railroad station. You can see the tracks here. There's a train pulled up to the station here. A divided back era card used in 1907. Has several postmarks on there. And that sold for $7.95. And I believe this is the last card for today. This is a view in Salem, Ohio, Main Street looking east from Broadway. This is a real nice view. You can see the antique automobiles there. You can see storefronts there. Some signage that says candy, soda. A nice blue sky type card, a white border card that is black and white, but they have blued the sky. That's an interesting look that you'll find on some older cards. This card was posted in 1938. So that was a little past the white border stage, but people don't always, sometimes people hold on to cards and mail them at a later date. And that's that one. That one was listed at $9.95, and I took an offer, I believe, of $6 or $6.50 on that one. And that's it for what sold. That wasn't all of what sold. That was just a sampling. And as I said, I had a lot of offers come in, and I was happy to accept a lot of those. And I sent out about 200 offers. And out of those, I got a positive response on about 34 of them. And those sales totaled about $122. So you can do the math on that and see that was about, $4 a card. So they're inexpensive cards, not big sales, but when you put together a stack of them, they add up. So all in all, it made for a very nice week here at Mark Clemens Postcards. As I said, we were happy to break $1,000 for a change. And we will get back to work listing those cards. And when you buy them, we'll pack them up and sell them to you or ship them to you. Compliments of Ellie and Lucy there. And I'm going to have to cut this video short. I did not have time due to some other circumstances. I didn't have time to prepare anything as far as a look at my personal collection. I believe we're due to look at some more restaurants, and we will do that next week for sure. And until then, I thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Please give us a like if you like what you saw here today. Hit that notification bell. I'll let you know when I post new videos. And as always, we'll see you next time.